Hello. I want to start this off by saying good morning to everyone, and I always try to put a smile on somebody's face because you never know what they're going through. I always put God first because without Him, a lot of things wouldn't be possible, and believe me, I know. Well, my name is LaQuata Wilson, aka China Black, aka the Walking Miracle, as they call me at the hospital. But most of all, a lot of people call me Miss Mook, or just Mook for my nickname. I wanted to start this channel. It took me a while because I was undecided and I was still going through a lot in my life, as far as depression, post-traumatic stress syndrome, just dealing with what happened to me, on a day-to-day basis. Things are very, very hard for domestic violence victims and gun violence victims. I was a victim of gun violence February 12th of 2019. I was one of 6 victims in a mass shooting, and I don't know how much I can elaborate on this because the case is still going, but still I wanted to start and get my voice out here because maybe it can save lives. Even if I save one life, I'm happy. So just to give you a rough update of the story, we're all from Rock Hill, South Carolina. It's a small town from Charlotte, North Carolina, maybe 10 or 15 minutes away. It was a Tuesday morning. It kind of looked how it looked today, gloomy. You could smell the rain coming from the sky. Okay, I'm skipping up a little bit. Let me back it back. January 25th, I lost my father. He had a liver transplant done. And things didn't go so well, so we lost him and we had to bury him. So the night we buried my dad, my uncle passed. Now, this is my mother's only husband and only brother. So February 9th, we buried my uncle, Ray. And my dad's name is Stephen Vance, and my uncle's name is Ray Charles Wilson. And so we buried him. So the morning that I was up, which is Tuesday morning, February 12th, we were preparing to go lay my uncle's body to rest because the day that we did the funeral, it was raining real bad and we couldn't lay him down. So I'm up. I usually work third shift. I worked at a nice hotel, which I loved because I always wanted to own a bed and breakfast. So I'm working at the hotel. So I took time off, of course. So I'm usually working third shift, but this day I'm up. I'm planning a dinner with a few friend girls before we actually have to go to this gravesite and lay my uncle down. So in the midst of me getting myself together and moving around, making a few phone calls just to make sure we can get the dinner ready, but everybody knows people are never on time, which in this case, I thank God that nobody was on time because a girl that's real close to me, her name is Isha, which I call my baby mom. She was on the way over with my goddaughter. My goddaughter was only a couple of months old. My 2 kids, China and Carly, which is 11 and 19. China's 19, Carly's 11. Okay, so they weren't there. They were at my mom's house. Thank God to that. But of course, everybody came late. So I get a knock at my door. So I think nothing of it. And once I start telling more of my story, I'll go into the guy and the relationship that we had and a lot more things. I'm just giving you a rough draft. I have pictures. I have the newspaper articles, which I will also upload as I get more comfortable telling this story. Okay, so I get to knock at the door. I didn't answer it because I'm moving around. I'm trying to get things together. And I get a knock on my window. So I'm like, okay, somebody must need some help. Or it's something important. So I look out my window. I had a bay window in my front room. And I could see the back end of the car sticking out. And so I'm like, what is he doing here? I haven't spoke to him in over 5 or 6 months when I broke it off with him. You know, and mind you, he had 2 other girlfriends. One for sure I knew, but the baby mother as well. So I thought that, you know, out of sight, out of mind. So I'm living my life. I had just started me a little hair website. I was trying to do right. I was praying to God to change my life, to give me a better marriage. I was never specific because I was already married, but I was never specific on what I actually wanted. And when you pray to the Lord, sometimes you got to be very specific about what you want. And I was like, God, I wanted to where I ain't got to work no more. I wanted to where I could just be successful. You know, I was just praying for a lot, and I was changing my life. Like, had actually changed my life. And I had also went through a miscarriage. You know what I mean? So that kind of changed me too. So it was like still a lot of hurt and pain from that. And the miscarriage was July of 18. And that kind of took a toll on me. So I was dealing with all kind of stuff, working, the kids, things like that. And so the knock at the door, and I look out the window, and I see the back end of a blue Oldsmobile Cutlass. So that was one of the 3 cars that he had. He had a Oldsmobile Cutlass, which he loved to death. He had a black Ram, I think it was. It was a black Dodge Ram. And he also had a Caprice. So I see the back of the blue car sticking out. So I'm like, okay, haven't talked to you in months. I blocked him on social media, blocked him from calling my phone. So, my silly self, I opened the door. Worst mistake I ever made in my life. But I opened the door, and he was standing at the door. And he said, hey, I got some stuff I need to talk to you about. I said, okay. Now he's looking normal. Nothing's out the normal. Excuse me. Because he's still kind of touchy. A lot touchy. And so I said, okay. And he says, who's there with you, Luke? I say, I'm waiting on some people to come to have breakfast, and I gotta go to my uncle to rest today. And he said, okay, let me run to the car. I can't remember, because I remember the car running, but I can't remember why he told me he was going back to that car. I can't remember if he said he had to get his keys out, took the car out, or if he left something in the car. So I sat back down on I walked away from the door. I didn't close it all the way. And I sat back down on my couch, and I got back on my phone. And I'm texting with my head down. And I'm sitting in I'm going to go through the house and show you guys how the house is laid out and everything like that. But when you come to my door, it's the living room. I had right by the door was a lawn chair. Across is a 2-seater, and on the cross is a 1-seater. So I'm sitting on the lawn chair, and I had my head down on my phone, And I heard him when I heard the door open back up. I still didn't look up. But he didn't say anything. And he didn't sit down. So I heard a noise. Like a ch-ch. It was just the noise, that I knew. I know that noise. And I looked up. And he had a shotgun. And 1,000 things when you're in a predicament like that, because I automatically knew you didn't bring that gun here just to leave it here. And it was like, just from the time he walked outside to the time he walked back in that house, it was like I was facing the devil. It was like I was actually in my house with the devil himself. And I could just look at him and tell, I'm finna die today. And that's exactly what went through my head. Mook, you finna die today. So I stood up. And I said, what you doing? And there was a couple of things said, which I haven't really put out there yet because I still have a lot of things going, like the documentary and my book, and I haven't told what was said in the house between me and him. But I know I stood up, and we had a brief silence, and during that brief silence, I knew I was going to get shot. And something just said when I started seeing the shotgun raise and I said, oh my God, I'm going to get shot in my head. So I put my hands up to cover my face. And when I felt it, like, I really didn't even know that I had been shot. It was like a white light, a ringing noise. And once I got myself together, because I was trying to move as he was shooting, so I guess the shotgun knocked me over behind my one-seater chair. And so my first instinct was to keep your face covered, keep your face covered, keep your face covered, keep your face covered. And at this time, I didn't know the extent of my injuries. And so I leaned my head up a little bit because I thought it was gone, and I seen him again, and he had it pointed again. And I got shot again. And I was just begging, like, please just stop. What did I do? What did I do? Please just stop. He shot me again. So I actually thought I had got shot 3 times, but it was actually 4 once they went through and did the crime. Once they went through and did the crime scene, he tried to shoot me twice in the head. And he shot me 2 other places. I will soon get to that once I get comfortable with sharing that. But I laid in there, and I just laid there, and it's amazing. Like 1,000 thoughts go through your head. It's like not one thought. You just think of everything, like my kids, my parents, my siblings. I'm in here by myself. He left out, he locked the door, so I'm in here by myself. Nobody knows I'm in here. And once I sat there and I seen I wasn't dying, I said, look, I got 2 kids. They need their mama. And I'm going to get the hell up out of this house. And that's what I did. I got the hell up out that house. I crawled the wrong way at first, because in Nanja, I didn't know the extent of my injuries. Even though I'm watching this shit, I didn't think, my first instinct was get the help, or get somebody that can help me. And he took my cell phone, so I couldn't call for help. So once I crawled the wrong way and I crawled back the right way through the front door, I lift my hand up and I opened up the door and I crawled on the porch. And I remember when I crawled out, I was just looking at the day, and it was so gloomy. It was, like I said, I could smell the rain. And it's crazy you would think that you've been shot, but that went through my head. And so I'm sitting up on the porch. I used to be a CNA, so I know at one point my lungs collapsed, so I had to use my air sparingly. But just so happened my next door neighbor, Ginger, she saved my life. Thank you, Ginger. I could never, ever, ever repay you. She was already on the phone with 911. And I'll upload that 911 call later. But she was on the phone with 911 and got them there. But the police ended up coming first. But while I'm on this porch and I'm waiting for help, I'm just looking. So I'm looking at my body. I look at my hand. My hand is just like naked. I look at my side. My gut's hanging out. My intestines hanging out. And my face. Oh God, my face. This whole side of my face was black and riddled with buckshots. So when I tell you God is good, God is past good. I don't understand how I look the way I look, and I was shot in the face with a shotgun. God is awesome. Without him, I wouldn't have made it out of there. Without him, my injuries, I would have succumbed to my injuries. I had so many injuries. I had like 9 team of doctors. They worked on me for, God, I don't know. I stayed in the hospital 2.5 months. I had to go through therapy to walk. I had to go through counseling, which I tried to do it by myself at first, but I ended up having to go through counseling. I ended up having to try to adapt to a new life that I no longer have, a life that was changed in all of 10, maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And at that time, when I opened up the door, I didn't know he had already been somewhere else and had shot one girl in the face and killed her. Shot his baby mother 3 times, but she survived, thank God, and the baby, and beat 3 other people with hammers. So I was the last victim. And I just want to put this video out here for awareness, because I was aware, but I wasn't aware. Like, I didn't get any of the red flags. Like, I knew his attitude was bad. I knew a lot of stuff, but like as far as like beating me and things like that, I didn't get that. But the other survivor, I speak with her. She says he was beating her, which he went to jail for her breaking her jaw like 2 weeks before he shot her. And so I just don't understand a lot. You won't understand a lot. You're going to always get questions that you're never going to get the answer to. You're going to always deal with the fact that somebody came, and I was at home. So that's supposed to be your sanctuary. So the survivors got to deal with the fact that all of our lives have been changed by one individual, because he got upset and decided to go on a shooting spree. All of our lives have been changed differently, in different aspects. Mine, I'm now an amputee. And amongst other medical issues. Amongst other medical issues. But I'm gonna end this live now. I will come back with another one because I'm driving and I'm kind of upset. So I will continue my story again. So please subscribe, like my channel, and follow me because there's more to come. Thank you guys for listening.